Our mission in Afghanistan was never supposed to have been nation building. It was never supposed to be creating a unified, centralized democracy. Our only vital national interest in Afghanistan remains today what it has always been: preventing a terrorist attack on America's homeland. I am President of the United States of America, and the buck stops with me. I'm deeply saddened by the facts we now face, but I do not regret my decision to end America's warfighting in Afghanistan and maintain a laser focus on our counterterrorism missions there and other parts of the world.
Good evening, Black people and all allies fighting for Black liberation, Black prosperity, and Black joy. I'm Charles Blow, and welcome to Prime. President Biden admitted today that the collapse of the Afghanistan's U.S.-backed government happened much quicker than anticipated, but he says he stands by his decision to end America's longest war and withdraw U.S. troops from the country. But he is facing mounting criticism over the swift and stunning takeover of the country by the Taliban nearly 2 decades after they were driven out of power by Allied troops. Biden's remark came after the country quickly turned into chaos over the weekend when the Taliban seized control of the presidential palace just hours after the Afghan president fled the country on Sunday. At least 7 people have already died, some at the Kabul International Airport, as images like this one show desperate crowds of Afghans clinging to the wings of U.S. military planes, frantically trying to escape. No security could be seen on the tarmac, and some tragically fell to their death rather than risking remaining in their own country. Joining me now to discuss is U.S. Army retired Major Sean Lanier and Kimberley Motley, a lawyer and human rights activist who is practicing in Afghanistan. Major Lanier, I just want to get your reaction to the images that you and the rest of us have seen over the last day and a half as someone who has served in Afghanistan.
Well, good evening, and thank you for having me on. Honestly, this is something that's been building for a while. I served twice in Afghanistan, 2004 to 2005, and then 2011 to 2012. So from being on the ground, from those experiences back in almost a decade ago, this time was coming. We talked about this for a number of times amongst peers and within the military ranks. From a time there, it's just a matter of when. And unfortunately, when you think about the relationships, the amount of treasure that we've lost over there, to see this day come to fruition, there was really no way to go but for some horrible outcomes on this situation.
Ms. Motley, we don't have a real full understanding of what the Taliban is going to do, but they haven't changed their positions on being kind of authoritarian and kind of brutal in the way that they think about leadership and ruling. What do you think will become of the Afghan people in the wake of this withdrawal of U.S. troops and the reemergence of the Taliban?
Well, honestly, I thought the president's remarks today were beyond disappointing. Frankly, he could have stuck that in an op-ed as opposed to saying that garbage on TV. But basically, I think that for the 20 million women that are in Afghanistan, they have essentially been sentenced to an open-air prison. I think that for any Afghans that have worked with any foreigners or have worked alongside very bravely with our U.S. military folks, I mean, they are in a very precarious situation. This is something that we should have been more responsible as a government doing. This makes us lose a lot of credibility internationally. And frankly, this isn't a human rights nuclear bomb. We have a responsibility to these people. This is not, we went into Afghanistan selling them the dream of democracy and rule of law, and we have significantly failed them.
Major Leonard, what do you think about that? I mean, the president today said that we had met our goal. Our goal was to prevent another terrorist attack. But by leaving, don't we create something of a vacuum? Can we really say that we're going to prevent it? Or is it even possible to prevent this becoming a terrorist state or a state where terrorists could be bred or harbored? in the future?
I think there's second and third order effects that the American public really will not comprehend for years to come. Again, when I served there were 120,000 soldiers in Afghanistan, and that went from over 100,000 to 15,000 to 2,500. So for when I look at it on the military, to those who served, this was inevitable. When you have that size, that type of downsizing over time, then when the Afghans are dependent upon, air support, fire support in order to do those missions within the logistics. If you don't have that, it's no way that you can win a war. So understanding that there's a long lead time to that. Now, looking at where the refugees go from there, does that spill over into other countries, primarily Turkey? How does that as they try to go from Turkey into Europe? There is a bill that we will have to pay for this, and we're going to pay for it. And we spent $2.3 trillion over 20 years, but that still is going to be an unknown price tag that we're going to have to pay for years to come, because throughout history it's shown that when we are not involved, when we do not take leadership in this position, that our treasurer are going to have to pay that price. And I'm going to say our treasurer, unto our sons and daughters of this country, will have to fight this fight down the line.
Ms. Motley, all of the Afghan people face something of a human rights crisis, but the people who helped the U.S. military, translators and the like in particular, some estimate that there's like 20,000 people. What do we do about that? I mean, we owe them particularly. There is a real promise that is made to those people that we won't leave you behind, we won't abandon you, that if we have to leave, even if this is not on paper, this is the gentleman's agreement, this is the handshake. We're not going to leave you behind. You're going to help us, and we're going to help you. Those people are still there. The administration seems to be suggesting that there's some way to get them out or help more of those people out, but those planes are leaving now with U.S. troops on them. Who's going to get those people out of Afghanistan?
I mean, that's a really great point, Charles. And I'd like to play a 27-second video audio, if that's okay. This is what was happening at Kabul in Afghanistan yesterday.
We are not attacked. There is a big mob. They are attacking us, and they are armed. Maybe there are some Taliban fighters among them, and they are armed. And then it's like thousands of them. It's not just a few hundred, it is thousands of them. And they are coming from everywhere. They are like just getting up from a wall. I see them right now. Can you please help us?
That's what's happening.
So I have to say before you continue, I just have to say for our audience that the BNC has not been able to confirm that, but I take that's you want to play that. So continue.
Well, I just want to explain what that was. I've been working in Afghanistan for 13 years, independently. I have an independent law firm that I've been working there for 13 years. I know the country very well. I was just back there in June, and so what was happening at the airport was chaos and mayhem. Frankly, because we don't have an embassy there, I've had all these SIV and military soldiers and translators that have worked at the embassy that are contacting me like I'm the embassy, because our embassies are not responding to them. They are trying to leave them behind, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm going to make sure that every single person that I can get that this country has made a contract with, where we have said that we're going to support them and that we will give them U.S. citizenship, I'm going to make sure as much as I can that we hold up to our end of the bargain, because we have a responsibility to that. I was so disgusted that the president actually had the audacity to say that they planned for every contingency. Really? Did you plan for the contingency of people, clinging on the outsides of airplanes when they're going off the tarmac? Did you plan for the contingencies of the Taliban are now going door to door trying to figure out who worked with foreigners? They are taking little girls and putting them into making them child brides. I mean, it would have been nice to have given women a heads up on the fact that, you were going to do this. And from my position, the argument wasn't that we left Afghanistan. The point is we should have left in a more responsible manner. There is a responsible way for us to have left Afghanistan, and we did not do that. And we look like fools. We look like we're weaker frankly, than this new government that's in Afghanistan. And this is not the Americans or the America that we are supposed to be.
Major Lanier, what do you think the future holds for Afghanistan? I mean, they have the Taliban has taken over a country. It belongs to them now. A lot goes along with that. It's an enormous space. They will need money. They will need trading partners. They will need goods. They will need all of the things that a country needs. Do you think that the U.S. will be pulled back into Afghanistan in any way as someone to negotiate with as another country state, or are we just done?
I think that's going to be determined, to be honest. I know that sounds like a soft answer, but I think there's some other players involved when you look at Russian involvement, other countries, other third-party actors that's in there that's going to be on the ground, that's making these relationships, that already have relationships with the Taliban that we may not have communications with. So it's going to be determined, but again, as history has shown us over time, when we're not involved, when we're not taking a leadership role as the U.S., that bad things tend to happen. And then we eventually have to intercede on the behalf because of the second, third order effects of how that affects the entire region. So I'm not as optimistic as I normally am about the outcomes in this, because it's just a very vital area, and it has an ability to spill over into areas of Pakistan and other parts of that region that eventually has implications on our U.S. foreign policy.
Major Sean Lanier and Kimberley Motley, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Haiti is in the path of a tropical depression after an earthquake killed more than 1,400 people this weekend. That story is next. You're watching Prime on BNC.